All right, so it is the beginning of August, first Tuesday of the month. So that means we go over promos and incentives. And Megan is going to cover that for us. And then we've got some awesome stuff to chat about.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. And I apologize for getting the time wrong.
Oh, it's okay. It's been a minute, like we said.
It has. I'm so happy to see your faces.
I
Okay.
know it feels refreshing, huh?
Yeah.
Like we've missed each other, even
Right.
though we've kind of been in the chats a lot together.
Right. So I'm going by memory because I was going to pull up the Christy McDade thing for a little cheat sheet for myself. So you all can help me. So the incentives going right now are the Icon Club. So Icon, you want to be an icon. You'll get lots of benefits. You'll get like a $5,000 training from Eric Worre. You'll get two convention tickets, two Super Saturday tickets. You get free shipping. This year and next. You get special seating, you get all kinds of good stuff. And to get Icon, you sign 10 level ones and develop two senior silvers. So, what is that? 10 level ones would be 60 points. Is that right? And then two senior silver. So, you're growing your organization by 160 points. Is that right? Do I have my math right? Yeah.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not a math person, but that sounds familiar.
So 160 points, like, would that take you to your next rank? Like, that's amazing. Yeah. So, and it's 100% doable. Um, this is the last month. So we're in the month of August. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that this is the last month to do that and get the 800 points for Cancun.
Correct.
And I could be wrong on this. I'm going by a group chat, what I heard in a group chat, but is that half of what you need to get to Cancun? Okay, Angie says yes. So that's amazing. So hone in on your level ones. Who can you get to share or who's already sharing? That's the easiest thing. Who's already silver that you can get to senior silver? Help them make money, help them help people. Yeah. So that's the incentive. There's no promo codes right now. There's no special promotion right now. So is anyone struggling with that? Because that's something that I had struggled with in the past, and it's not something I'm really struggling with right now. But is there anyone that's struggling with that? Venetia, you're good with it? You're used to it. You've been around for a minute. Okay. Raquel?
Venetia and I came from the days when we didn't used to have promos,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
ever. So it's like no big thing because
Right.
people are still ordering just the same.
Well, and I
Right.
think we
Don't know any
also
different.
need to add too, for people who aren't aware, like I paid $34.95 for my membership. So the fact that we have $9.95 membership, that's a sale right there. And at one point it was $39.99. So if we think about it that way, we were still doing business at $34.95.
Yeah. And yeah, and I had no trouble like getting people to pay $34.95 for their membership because it paid for itself. Yeah. So I will tell you, I will confess, I have fallen into the trap at times of just giving them a $10 voucher code because I didn't want to bring it up in the conversation. But like you don't even have to do that. Like they expect to have a membership fee. So when it's only $9.95, they're like, oh yeah. And then you tell them like you're gonna get 25% off for the rest of the year and earn free stuff. They're like, oh yeah, pays for itself. Good. Okay. Next, right? So anyway, yes. Those of you that have been sharing for a couple of years may be used to a prize, running for a prize, or having something every month like a free reset to give people. And so I just wanted to get a pulse on that. Is there anyone here that's struggling to reach out or not really? Because okay, I don't see anybody nodding their head, so everybody's cool with that.
It seems like everyone in the Icon Club chat that's been
Yeah.
participating
And the
is
people
kind of
on
on
here
fire.
are in Icon. And so that helps.
Yeah.
Um, so what was the other thing? Oh, we also have I completely spaced on this, and Whitney texted me about it earlier today. But we have an amazing challenge coming up, another group challenge. And so this is a health challenge. Um, and so like that's something that you can reach out to and invite people to. That starts on the 12th, is that right? Or the
It's
5th?
actually, they've already started, but they're just doing the reset week,
Okay.
which is kind of like a prep week. And
Okay.
they will be sharing some other great info in there, but that's basically just for people. They've been getting a lot of requests to do the reset again to start.
Yeah.
So that's just an optional, like, early start for those that want to do the reset.
Okay. And I haven't looked at it, but are there 2 reset times like they've done in the past, like reset in the beginning or reset at the end or anything like that, or you don't know?
No, it's just anytime between August 3rd and 9th, you can start your reset, and they'll be kind of highlighting reset during this first week. So you can choose whenever you want to do it during that time frame, is what they're saying.
Okay. And then the rest of the challenge is then the 10th to is it 14 days?
Yeah, I don't remember what the
11th.
dates are, but it starts at
11th.
the 9th.
11th to the 25th,
Yeah.
I think is what I read.
Okay. Okay. So I've completely dropped the ball on that, but that's something that we can reach out to White Lines about or whatever. Your people that it's been 6 months, they can rejoin, whatever, or even existing happy customers. Don't forget them. I often do, but that's a way to engage them in the community.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say I had one inactive who I invited to join me on this challenge, and she's like, I'm intrigued. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it works to re-excite some people. And this is going to be a fun challenge because, we did skincare, and then the month before, what was the month before that? I already forgot what it was.
That was a reset challenge.
Okay. And so we have this one, I think, is well-rounded
Mm-hmm.
because it's a little bit of, like take your products consistently, move your body consistently, and we'll share some healthy eating tips too. So it's just kind of a good way to end the summer and get people back on track after
Right.
summer.
Yeah.
So it's something enticing if you promote it, for sure. And I want to say something too. Sorry to change the subject. Can I change the subject, or
Change
you
it.
got more?
Go.
Okay. Venetia said reset is still discounted in some combos. Reset in all combos is greatly discounted, actually. And on that thought, I had someone that told me, reached out, they want to do a reset. And I was like, well, you could just do a reset, but here's the thing. Reset by itself is like $119. And if you get a combo of reset plus, products to continue on and help you reach your goals further, the reset's only like $60. So it's kind of crazy to just buy a reset, but if you want to, you totally can. Do you want to take a peek at what other options there would be? And she was like, yeah, that makes sense. So that is a really good way to get people to do a better combo if someone reaches out just about reset. So
Yeah, absolutely. Carol has Canadian incentives. You want to unmute and share
Ooh.
those, Carol?
Yeah, what are they?
I wasn't almost totally unsure if you guys had it too, so I kind of looked over the American one. I don't think you have it because you haven't mentioned it. Yes, you would have. Just from the 1st to the 10th, they're trying to get us to like front load the month in Canada. So there's $15 off initial orders with the welcome pack or with
Nice.
the membership.
Nice.
Just from the 1st to the 10th. So if anybody has Canadian potentials that they've spoken to in the past, reach out to them this week.
Love it.
Can I
Very
add something really quick? It's
Yeah.
not an incentive, but I just now got an email from Plexus saying that the prickly pear lime is 85% sold out.
Oh, thank you for telling me that
Good to
because I have
know.
somebody trying to order, so I'm going to tell her do it.
Better jump on that. Awesome. Okay, shall we shift gears? I'm really excited about this. And what's got me excited about this is, you guys, I'm back in momentum with like enrolling new VIPs and helping develop people, and in like tap rooting as well. And so I've had a couple conversations with some of you this past week, that really got me thinking and just inspired this whole training tonight. So I want to ask you some questions to start. And I want you to like be honest with yourself and just, this is just kind of like take the temperature on where you are now, okay? So I would like you to contemplate, how do you initiate sharing the opportunity and when with a VIP or a potential, right? I'm not talking about necessarily leading with the business opportunity, but like if you sign someone up for products, how and when do you initiate that conversation about the opportunity and what do you say? If you can't roll it off your tongue right now, and if it's not like automatic second nature, this is when I say it, this is what I say, then there's opportunity there. Carol?
I talk about it. I have 4 things. I say I have 4 things to help you get started so you have the most success. Can I share that with you? And then the 4th one is the most beneficial to you to have the best results is to have somebody join you on this. Who can you think of that would help you? Or
Yeah,
who can
early
do this
on.
with you?
Love that. Okay, so
You do
next
that on on the phone call or in a text or both? What?
I like to do phone calls, but sometimes they get pushed off, that I start just doing them as a text. I
Yeah.
kind of, if they're receptive to like, let's talk tomorrow and they want to talk, I'd rather have a phone call, actually a Zoom. I'd rather do a Zoom, but yeah, if it doesn't happen, then okay, let's go. We're going to go this way kind of thing. And then I do it as a 4-part question. But if I get them on the Zoom, I tell them the exact same things.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's part of my onboarding call, which I try to do within 24 hours. Did you know that within 72 hours, you drastically lose their interest and their willingness to be open? So I try to have that onboarding call and I tell them it's only 15 minutes. Let's go over a few important things that'll be really helpful before your goodies arrive. Do you have 15 minutes tomorrow between this time and this time? And I end that call with the conversation about the opportunity. And so that's just that is my system. I do it every single time and I'm confident in it and it works really well. If you don't have that as part of your system, then you need to consider how might your business be healthier if you did, right? So next question is, how is your success rate on upgrading VIPs to brand ambassador with people that you're working with directly? If it's not, I would say if it's not, I think even 50% or higher, then there's a lot of room for improvement. That might sound like a lot, but I will tell you, when I was like in my prime with this and really practiced with it, I was getting like, and not everyone would actually follow through and make the post and reach out to some friends, but a good majority of them would. You know, most people will, if you say the right things and present it with the right confidence, then they'll be willing to do it. Okay, so success rate, if you don't feel really good about your success rate, then there's opportunity here. So if you cannot answer all of these questions with confidence, this call is for you. That's what you're here for. And so if you are not yet confident and consistent as a developing leader, what did Eric Worre say about this? I want you to think about, do you remember how he talked about tourists and professionals? What's the difference? A lot of us are really good at recruiting. We have some people that have already sponsored 10 new VIPs for Icon, but how many of them have they upgraded to brand ambassador that are working towards silver or senior silver? Think about that. You can't be an icon even if you're a really good recruiter, you have to move from the tourist zone to the professional zone. And what's the difference? You don't just sign people up, you develop people, right? That moves you to the professional zone. And that's where not only the big money is, you guys, but it's where retention is. Have you guys heard the stats on how many VIPs are still ordering 12 months later if they haven't made any money versus the percentage of VIPs that are still ordering 12 months later if they ranked silver? It's night and day. Your retention is so much better if you're helping people pay for their products. Even if they're earning, Eric talked about this, even if they've only earned a few bucks, like that gets them hanging on. So this is important, and we want to get you all confident as professionals, not just tourists. Tourists can be really good at Plexus, really good at sharing, really good at signing people up. But you're never going to really be successful at reaching those big top ranks. And so that's what I want to help you feel confident in, find confidence in. So I want to show you some things, and then I'm going to invite you to actually apply them. That's where the magic happens. So often we consume, but then do we actually apply? And I'm totally guilty of doing this. So I can tell you, in all honesty, I can relate to that in the past, but it's just a matter of actually applying what we learn and applying it long enough to make it successful for us. So nothing I'm going to show you is new. I've actually shared all of these options and systems in the past at one point or another. Some of them, it's been a long time. Some of them are fairly recent. Lori, do you have a question? I see you've got your cute little hand raised. What's your question?
I was going to just ask if I could say something. Just something at convention that stood out. I think it was Christina Williams, but she was saying when you are enrolling someone, your 9-week, 8-week, however many week follow-up, every single one of those times you should be asking them about the business. So it may not only be what we're saying, but it might be how often we're saying it. Just like we follow up with people to get them to enroll, we should have that many touch points as far as the business too. So that just stood out to me, and I remembered that. Thought I'd share.
Can I tell you, I'm just going to give Lori a shout out because she has been, since convention, she's had some big momentum. Well, I should say, first of all, belief shifts. And then she's been really coachable and just decided she's going to learn to be a professional. And she's been taking action and doing some really awesome activity. And now she's got not one, but 2 people, right, Lori? 2 people open to the opportunity that she's working with. And so that is really, really exciting. Proud of you for that. So now, you guys, I'm going to show you a few different options. And here's the thing. I'm going to ask you to do something that you've maybe never done before. I want you to pick one. Choose one and adopt it as yours. And then I'm going to invite you to study it consistently over the next week or 2 and start applying it. Make that your system, because we've got different options. They've all been proven successful for different people. Any one of them is going to work as long as you are consistent and you apply yourself to it. So I'm going to show you a few different ones, and I want you to pick one, okay? Say, that one's my favorite. That's my system. And then I want to encourage you to study it, practice it for the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it takes you to get to where it's just second nature for it to roll off your tongue and for you to know the order of it and for you to have an organized system of how you present it and where you have it saved so it's easily accessible, okay? And then I'm gonna finish with a challenge. So the first 3 people that upgrade a level 1 brand ambassador to, or a level 1 VIP to brand ambassador after this call are going to get a gift from me. And I let Monty pick our gift, but it's actually really cool. So it's a shiatsu neck and back massager, 4.5 stars out of a lot of reviews, with electric deep tissue kneading neck and shoulder massage, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So 3 people can get that, or you can take the cash if you'd rather. The first to upgrade someone a level 1 VIP to brand ambassador. All right. So now I'm going to share my screen so you can see the different systems that we have in place for you to use. I will tell you, I know some of you have used boards in the past and you're no longer using boards. You can use whatever you want to save your systems and make them user friendly, but I will tell you, I am all 100% a boards girl. And I think it's worth every penny of the, what is it, $9.99 a month to use boards. If you are consistently sharing with people the same information over and over again, and guess what? If you're successful, you are. You're sharing the same information over and over again. You have systems that you repeat over and over again. And boards is my favorite way to do so. So I would encourage boards. I'm just saying. So that's what I'm going to be showing you is some of my boards and also a note that I have. Maybe Stacy, I don't know. Last I knew it was $9.99 a month, but we can check. Okay, how do I screen share? I've only done this a million times, so let's see. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, first, let's start here. Here is my Developing Silvers board. You don't have to do my system, but I'll tell you what, I've dabbled with some of these other ones that I also love, and I always come back to my Developing Silvers. This works the best for me. It very much, like you might, different personalities might prefer different systems. They're all fairly similar for the most part, but, and you of course can take them and tweak them to make them feel authentic to you. But what I'm going to show you first is my Developing Silvers board. So there is a short little, like 2.5 minute training thing that'll get you all motivated and excited to start developing silvers here if you'd like to listen to it. There's also a little bit of verbiage from Brooke Hemingway about, she talks about like how no one starts alone, whatever. I also mentioned that in my flow, but mine, I say it just a little bit different. So I want to show you how organized and simple this is, just in case you are not familiar with it. I've got a very general presenting the referral program. This is basically very similar to the verbiage I use every single time I do an onboarding call with someone. I've done 2 in the past 3 days, and they literally only last like 15 minutes long. And this is how I end every single call. So I say basically something to the tone of, I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't make sure you understood our generous referral program. It's one of my favorite blessings Plexus offers, and it's changed everything for our family. You can earn over $300 just for grabbing a few friends to try this with you, which is so doable. And even if you don't want a business, it's proven that you'll have better results if you have a few accountability partners. And I know you've probably got people on your mind right now that you're knowing that struggle, that could really use these products or this opportunity. We have a few simple activities to help that aren't pushy or salesy and they don't take much time to help you find some accountability partners. Is there any chance you might be open to taking advantage of this with my help? So you can change that up if you'd like, but that general wording has been very successful for me. So what happens then? If they say yes, then you say awesome. Okay, first step is super simple. It's just a quick shout out on social media. I have a couple post suggestions you can choose from. Pick one, then copy and paste it into a new post, and even better, personalize it a bit by sharing what you're struggling with and what you're hoping to experience. Then grab a picture of yourself from your phone to post it with, because that will get you a lot more views. People love to see you and what you're up to. Also, you'll want to make your post public so some of our Plexus friends can comment on it. That gets you more views and builds more interest. I'll grab those examples and text them now, okay? I'll be watching for your post. Do you think you can get it up in the next 15 minutes? Sweet, text me right after it's up. Ha, did you notice how important that last part is? Do you think you can get that up in the next 15 minutes? I'll be watching for it. That is a huge key in getting them to take that step. Do it, like have them jump before they have time to think about it and get scared, okay? If they, then here's what you send them, all right? Some great post examples that they can use, and they'll just pick one, put a picture with it, and then before anything else, you're not waiting to see if anyone comments. Immediately, once that post is up, then you jump right into the next activity, and you're making this feel very comfortable for them. You're keeping it quick pace, and that is the secret. This is what I've found consistently. Like the faster you move through these steps and the more you just make them feel like this is normal, this is just what we do, the more likely they are to do it. And once they get that post up, then they just realize, well, that wasn't even a big deal. You know what I mean? And I'll also tell them, you know, sometimes you'll get some bites from that post. Sometimes you'll get crickets. Like that's totally normal. It doesn't make a difference. We're just basically like putting it out there and letting people know that you're trying something new and that you'd love some accountability, and they know, you know, to reach out to you if they're interested, basically. So next, we're going to move right along. So great post. Yay. Now you may get some likers or even some commenters. So do this for each. You tell them what to do if they comment or if they like, and you're basically going to try to get them into a three-way chat with you. So you're letting them know that you're going to be doing all the talking for them. Their only job is to create interest. And that is really simple. If you help them feel confident in that, then it doesn't feel hard. It doesn't feel time consuming. Then they're way more likely to do it. Okay. So immediately.
Kate has a question and you probably can't see it.
Oh, no, I can't see Kate.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
She says, what if they say they aren't wanting to do a post? She gets that a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Then you say no big deal. There's actually like, it's not even a big deal to use social media. You can totally find some accountabilities without accountability partners just by putting out a few invitations to the people in your life. So you would just move on to this next one, like no big deal. Don't even make a big, you know, it's not a big thing. Okay. So think about the people you're closest to who you do life with. Who could you just call up right now and say, hey, I'm tired of feeling like crap. So I decided to try these supplements that help my friend. There's a sale, or you could say there's a money back promise, and it would be so fun to get healthy together. Want to try it with me? So who comes to mind? And then you wait, and it's okay if there's silence for a minute. And then you actually have them come up with some names, write them down, and you're going to help them make those first invitations. You're going to make it feel really easy. You're telling them exactly what to say, and it's like a no pressure, you know. If anyone, I'm going to help you like literally word for word.
How many
Okay.
people are you asking them to reach out to in the beginning?
Usually 3 to 5. I'll encourage like them to give me 5 names. Sometimes they'll only come up with 2 or 3, and that's fine. I just want them to break the ice of doing it once or twice, and then they realize that actually isn't that scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we move straight into the contact list. Okay, you're doing awesome. Next step, keep creating interest by posting, and we'll give them some post ideas and telling people how excited you are to get healthy. And then just plug me into three-way messages anytime anyone expresses interest or asks questions. So now we're going to have you start a list of who you know. Everyone can benefit from what we have here, but not everyone will be ready now, and that's absolutely normal and okay. So you want to normalize that a lot of people are not going to be interested. Totally make that normal. Make it, you know, feel like that's just part of the deal. You just want to make sure that you're sharing your experience with everyone as you go and inviting people to get healthy with you. And more people will decide to join you. Expect lots of no thank yous though. Don't take them personally. It has nothing to do with you or your relationship and everything to do if they are open and ready. You'll find as you invite, some people will jump in to start with you. Some will want to sit back and watch how it goes for you. And some may not be ready ever, and that's okay. This is obviously very old, but I've had people reach out to me that told me several times over the past 7 years that they weren't interested, but suddenly they had a wake-up call and now they're ready. Probably a lot of you can relate to that, right? And so that is really true. I've had people tell me that they've watched my posts for years, but I never would have known because not one time did they comment or like a single post. So it's all about sharing consistently. So let's start with the first 20 people that come to mind. It should only take like 3 minutes to jot their names down if you don't overthink it. Can you send me a picture once you're done? So I'm always asking for, I'm holding them accountable by saying like, it only takes this many minutes. Do you think you could get it done and back to me by here? You know what I mean? Just always making it simple, giving them a time frame and asking for that accountability. So once they start the reach outs, then you're just gonna do, well, we don't have the Get Your Products Paid For group anymore, so I do need to update that. But we have other resources that you can utilize for them instead, which I'm going to be showing you as well, okay? And then also get them on that. We need to change that to the Monday night opportunity call. If they're hesitant to share right away, then we've got some verbiage for that. And Megan also has a good video that's in another one of our boards about that, if they're hesitant to share. So this is basically going to get them, a lot of times it'll get them to silver quickly. And the cool thing about senior silver is you just keep doing the same things that it took to get them to silver, but you're tap rooting with the people that they're VIPs as well. And that can get them to senior silver really fast. You're doing most of the work, but they're also observing and learning as they go. And then you can start handing more and more of it over to them. Okay. So next I want to show you, yes to the opportunity. And I've got, so here's what you do. If you do invite someone to participate in the opportunity, I jump straight into developing silvers. And then this is kind of like the bigger picture of what to go over with them. Okay. Here's some great systems that are proven effective. Lori Bradford, one of the biggest teams in Plexus, so successful. Here's the cool thing. I want to see if you guys will recognize this. Step one is to remove yourself from the equation. You're going to give them something that guides them away from you to a third party, like sharing a video or inviting them to a Monday night opportunity call or whatever it is. Check this out. First person to recognize this, I'm going to know you guys are paying attention. Who recognizes that? Angie, where'd that come from?
That's from the icon training.
Yes, it is. Lori Bradford's been using this since before Eric Worre even shared it with us because she did that $5,000 training from Eric Worre. And this has been working really well for her. So she shared this a long time ago, and I've had this in our board, so we went over it at some point on a team Zoom. But this interview is so awesome. It is really great and successful. It's important that you cover all the steps Lori and I talked about this morning, huh? She'd already like just naturally asked a couple of these steps, but she was missing some of the more important first ones. And so we talked about how it's so important to use this interview style to help them see that this is a fit for them, you know, and it can be very customized to the time that they have and to the amount of money that they would need to earn in order to make this worthwhile for them. So that's the Lori Bradford system, also known as the Eric Worre Icon Club training. And this video is the one that I like to share consistently when I'm inviting people to take a look at this. It's called Meet Plexus. It's right there in the board. It's fabulous. You can also find it on YouTube. And so that is really great. Okay, that'll walk you through kind of really getting them, it's to get them nailed down that they're like, okay, I'm in. That's what the Lori Bradford system is for. Now let's go back and see what else is here. Yes to the opportunity. Melissa Eichenhorst, I did a massive coaching Carol and I did with her at one point, and she shared this whole thing on presenting the business. This is really detailed. This is for those of you that love, like, I love a whole like guideline and checklists and all the things. You're gonna like the Melissa Eichenhorst system, okay? So we've got a business meeting checklist, like prep list. These are the things that you're going to be covering throughout the conversation. This is going to be really detailed, and it'll teach you basically how to overcome objections with them, how to show them like the financial opportunity, how to follow up, all the things. Okay, so that's right there in the Melissa Eichenhorst system. Maybe that seems like a good fit for you. Maybe you like the Lori B system. Maybe you like the Developing Silver system. Just choose one. And
Okay,
then
I just
go
got to stop
on.
for a second. You're going to get too far ahead. I was going with you to doing the Developing Silver system, and then you switched to the opportunity. Is this in another section? Because I'm like, I'm looking for it. And of course I have 3,000 boards. Is this another?
This is a
board?
different board.
Okay, I don't have it.
So, but I will show
Okay.
you that I combined a bunch of boards into one for those that didn't want to pay for
Well,
boards.
I have that
Maybe-
say yes to the, I have that simplified leading with the biz, and I thought it was in there and it's not in there. Unless it's added and I just have to update it.
I think it is in there, actually. I'll show you. Okay, here's another one, you guys. I also in here, guess what? Oh, look at all these awesome videos that you can share with people about the opportunity based on them personally. Principal, finance, IT, doctor, in debt, diamond, stay-at-home mom, PR, teacher, Dr. Jessica Hugendorf, for professionals, all the things, young and new. So we've got all these different opportunity videos you can share with them. And look at this, Diamond Docs for different categories. Working moms, helping husbands achieve their dreams, moms with many children, moms with older children, single moms, foster moms, homeschooling moms, all the things. It's right there, all of them. Whatever you like, find something that would resonate with that person and speak to them, and it's right there. So cool. Okay, so that's yes to the opportunity. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is our simplified leading with the business board. So I tried to put a whole bunch of stuff all into one board. For those of you that don't want to pay for boards, you can just have this one board for free. And so look what I did. I took Developing Silvers and I put it in a folder inside this board. So you can open this up and you have the whole entire Developing Silvers board right there. How cool is that? Okay. Also, you've got, so this is my, and it's not just my, but I put together a bunch of different like business basic reach outs. If they say no, if they say yes, Meet Plexus video, some of the things you've already seen, they're right here. This is how you can confidently lead with the business opportunity and then go straight into developing silvers. And I felt the most important boards right here for you to access as well. There's even a 5-week follow-up. The sales flow, let me show you the sales flow. This is how I basically step by step close people quickly, okay? Whether they're my own or whether it's in a 3-way chat. This is, you guys, it's so literally consistent and effective, and it is so, so simple. You literally go in order and like which of these symptoms sound familiar? Okay, sorry to hear that you're struggling with those things. If I could give you a couple different combo options based on your needs at different price points if you'd like. Okay, perfect. Here's what I would suggest. Pick 2, okay? 2, send 2 that best fit their needs at different price points. Then you give them the cost breakdown of the 2 combos you chose. Right there, tells you exactly what to say. Then you do, like, once you're like, once you get their buy-in on it. Oh, sorry, that's reset stuff. There's some reset stuff in here. Sending their link. So, okay, there's your link. Your promo code's already entered for you. You want to give it a minute to load, then check out. Also, whatever, okay? You can, the cool thing about boards, if you guys haven't used boards, did you know it's literally like touch and paste? You don't have to like copy that and then go paste it over. When you're in a conversation, messenger or text, you literally like touch the keypad to open your board. You touch the board you want to open, you touch the conversation, and it automatically pastes it in there. You can still edit it before you send it, but it is so fast and easy. So you can see why I always go back to boards, because it is so user friendly when you're repeating the same thing over and over again, which you are if you're really in a lot of conversations and doing this consistently. Okay, so we're out of time. So I want you to comment in the chat. Which system do you choose? Which one are you gonna roll with? Do you want to do developing silvers? Do you like the Lori B system? Do you like the Melissa Eichenhorst system? And pick one, roll with it. Here's the one I did not show yet. And this is one you guys should be familiar with if you've been on the recent Wellness Warriors team calls. Here's a really detailed how to onboard a business builder. Lori just read this. Venetia is reading it right now. Lori, do you want to share any thoughts on this? If you can figure out how to unmute. This is really, I mean, fabulous. Brittany Howard and Christina Williams are the ones who developed this. I had it customized to fit our team. Okay, so it is Wellness Warriors friendly.
Is this
Step
a
by
is this
step.
a link or in a board? I have an onboarding call tomorrow.
This is a link, and I cannot get the link in boards to save my life.
Okay.
If anyone can help me figure out how to do that, I've tried it a million times and all the ways I can figure out, and it will not make a shareable link in boards. So I have it in my notes, but I've shared it on Wellness Warriors. I've shared it
Can you share it in the icon chat?
Yes, absolutely. So just save it to your notes in your phone. That's where I always access it. But this is really, really organized, and you can follow this. You can make this your system. This kind of gives you a lot more freedom of doing it your way. These ones give you a lot more step by step. This is exactly what you say. This is what you do next. So pick one, okay? Put it in the chat. I want to see. I want to see what's your system you're choosing. And then I want to encourage you to practice it, study it, get familiar with it, and start applying it. That's where the magic happens, you guys. You're all capable of doing this just as well as I am. The only difference is I'm applying consistently, and I've been using the system As simple as it is, I've been doing the same thing basically over and over again, and it's still working. I have tried some other things, but I just go back to that one that feels genuine to me. Okay, Lori really likes the Business Builder PDF. Using Developing Silvers, would like to look at Yes to the Opportunity Board. Perfect. Okay, you guys, so Stacy shared it's $12.99 a month to get boards, or $7.99 a month when you pay up front for a year. So $12.99 a month, I would say that is absolutely worth it. I can share these 3 boards with anyone that is willing to pay for it. If not, at least get the simplified leading with the business board that has a lot of them in there, okay? Pick your system. Did everyone pick a system before you leave? Don't get off this call till you choose one. Seriously. And that's your system. You have a system and it's proven, and you just need to practice it and apply it, and you're going to be amazed what happens. And the next 3 people that upgrade someone to brand ambassador are going to get a cool little massage tool for me or $25 cash. Okay? Deal? Can I get a thumbs up from everyone? Are we doing this? Yes, we're not messing around with this. We are going to be a team of developers. We are moving from the tourist zone to the professional zone, right? Who wants to do that? Yes? Okay. Well, you've got some great tools to choose from. Pick one. All right. You guys are awesome. Have a
Thank
great
you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Whitney.
See ya.